Right, okay. Hopefully everything is working. Right, let's have a look at replay. I don't think I want to bother watching the radicals. I didn't do very well with the radicals. Oh, I was a bit lucky then, just reading up that Split 2 died. Oh, maybe they're talking about the Indy cars. People still asking for where the Black Friday deals are. I don't think it's Black Friday yet, is it? Right. Okay. Now, I completely missed the start. I think I wasn't expecting to go too soon, plus the lights went out quicker than I anticipated, so it was a bit of a mess. So you see I'm not even in first gear yet. Not even first gear. Oh, starting. Whoops. That bloke got a rocket of a start. I mean, I was far too cautious at the start. Was that the guy that got the rocket start? I don't know. But I was just keeping it consistent through the first few bends. I did watch some good battles in front of me. How bad is that? Look at the guy in front. He's not even got an overlap, and he thinks, I'm going to go down the inside. It's never going to work. Which obviously meant that I was on the back foot here because I was watching all that kick-off ahead. And I was like, where's the gap? Where's the gap? So someone takes advantage of that and goes up the inside. I basically bump draft this guy all the way down the straight. I had trouble going through the chicane. I could never find where my turn-in point was. Because it was all basically in sunlight. So it's very difficult. So I'm up to 10th at this point. Well, no, down to 10th. I started 9th. And I was really struggling with that last hairpin. I kept feeling like I was turning too much. But then that was all kicking off behind me, and I really struggled keeping momentum into that fast right-hander. I'm having to kind of rewire my brain, because you have to turn a little earlier than you think you do. But this guy was all over me. Who's this guy here? Albert. I think I basically just let him go. If he was going to go up the inside of the chicane, I was going to let him. Just like, what? I think he did eventually get past in the chicane. See, this was the weird thing. I was slow out of the last corner, and I saw him in my mirror go right. And I was like, okay then, if you want to go up the inside there, I'm going to pin you there. You can stay there. I think I got a little bit of contact. He was trying his best to nudge past me. But I wasn't going to let him through there, like that. You can get knotted. Yeah, so you basically got a run on me into the chicane, and I said, have it. Look at that for a chicane cut. He made the most of that, didn't he? Right, this is where it gets a bit hairy. So I was kind of braking a bit late. I should have let him through earlier when I saw him going. So then I went wide, and then I was all out of shape. So someone did the cutback on me. So I think this is David Marokchek. So he overtook me. So I said, I'm going to have a go at you back. Have some of that. I don't think there was anything wrong with that. I was out braking him. I did run a little wide. But at this point, this is what I think some people can't get out of their heads is, yes, I braked a bit late. We've had a bit of contact. Now, our cars are now stuck together. I can't move off his car because he's turning into me. So he's pissed off, so he's continuing to do it, look. But I can't get off his car when he's in my rear quarter. It won't turn right. So I don't know. That's probably what that private message is about. But I mean, I'm already wide of the corner. I can't really get any tighter. But I can't. The car cannot move. The physics of it is he's pushing into my rear quarter, so my car is trying to go left. So even though I'm trying to turn right, it's still going to go left because he's in my rear quarter. So if he had let off, I could have steered right and he would have been round the outside. I don't know if it's hour factor things or netcode things or what, but... And then I just basically fucked it up into the... And he was through anyway, so... So what was the... what was the hold up? He was going to get through anyway. But I don't think I actually overtook anybody. The only people I overtook were people that were off the track, which is a bit disheartening, but... So to start off with, that Infinity was shadowing me, but after that, I was just chasing Toyotas. But yeah, I run wide into him. Yeah, I sent it. But if you're gonna get in someone's rear quarter, they can't turn away from you because they are. It's just the way the physics engine seems to work. I am tempted to read this personal message on stream as well. What I did get though, who was this guy ahead? Was this was Albert. So I think Albert eventually went. Oh no, it wasn't Albert. It was Lee Holmes. So Albert's ahead, and then Lee Holmes is in front. So I got to see. I had a grandstand seat of a Toyota versus Toyota battle. So it's about to kick off. I actually think one of them went off and it got past. Yeah, look, the side-by-side down to the chicane. Side-by-side up to the hairpin. Playing a bit of chicken. I felt like I was wanting to turn. I felt like I had enough lock on for the final hairpin, and I kind of felt that if I turned more, it would wear the fronts, so I was very conscious of that. But in the end, I just wasn't turning enough, I don't think. Because at certain points I was mostly on, well, not full lock, but I had it, you know, cranked over, and I had one of my hands off the wheel, particularly for the hairpin before that. I had it cranked all the way over to the right, and had my left hand off the wheel, but obviously I wanted to quick change up to second, and I can't. I have to get my hand quickly onto the other side of the wheel to change up the second. But so have they now swapped? Oh, now Albert's in front. I mean, I wanted to get involved, but I just couldn't catch up. So it's getting a little bit feisty. Or he's 16 minutes into the race. See, this is the confusing bit for me. I didn't know you could do that. I didn't know you could enter the pit lane there. I thought you always had to do it on the front straight. Yeah. That's how he disappeared. I thought I was missing a trick. He thought this was 1993. Why does the game continue to use the keys when I'm typing? It's a bit annoying. So did I get any closer to this guy? So, did he just give up? Yeah. It's worth finishing the race. You learn nothing if you just quit out when you have the first sign of trouble. You learn nothing. So at this point, I can see that guy behind me, lurking in the background. So he was about 2 seconds, but I couldn't find consistency, and I knew I was wearing my right front, which made the left-hand turns a little understeery. But now you're going to see some defensive driving without being defensive. Because he got within half a second. Perfectly within the white lines there. I was so struggling with that hairpin. I was braking at the third banner, and then when I braked at the third banner, I was always second guessing myself and going, oh, have I braked too early? And then I'd let off the brake a bit. Every single time. But braking at that third banner is the point of no return. Look how much I'm locking my tyres. I think I possibly need to take down the brake pressure a little bit more. I'm down to 80% at the moment. But I like that corner when I actually get it right. And I was sure that he was going to have a stab, because I was always a little wobbly coming onto the main straight, which is a passing opportunity. So I thought he might have a stab at the chicane. Ah, pretty good line. But I always... somehow, I was able to get away with it coming out of the chicane better. So... and what are we? 22 minutes into 30 minutes, so... 10 minutes. He was on softs and I was on mediums. I mean, I don't know how much closer you could get to pull a move on. Maybe I was just fast in the right places. Because I think if I was slower through the chicane, he would have got me down to the hairpin. So... look how I'm struggling! I was always scared of putting the power down at the exit of the last corner, just in case I looped it. So I'd already worked out in my brain, yes, he's close, but how close would he need to be to get a run? And where he'd be able to get a run if I placed my car exactly on the racing line. I was coming into that corner a little shallow. I could have probably braked a little earlier and did a wider line, but see, look how close he is, but he's still not able to. Oh, one thing I did do as well, I was running wing 2 in. I thought it was all over then. I thought it was all over. See, this is I think one of the best chances he had. So I think I got too greedy trying to get on the throttle, or it got unsettled coming off the curb. So I was like, what do I do? What decisions have I got? I could brake earlier, or brake as late as him and make sure I defend, or I could brake at my normal point, although I'll be on the inside, so I'd have to brake a little earlier than I do usually. But watch what I do. I make sure that I don't actually come away from the white line to give him an opportunity to get a cutback. So I basically parked it on the apex. So I was quite pleased with that defence. I think that was probably the only defence I did do. Because I don't think he ever really got that close again. But I was always weak coming into the straight. But he just wasn't able to get a run. So I put an extra clicker rear wing on. I don't know if that saved me in my tyres this time, but I'm definitely not good enough to save softs. I don't know how people are doing that. But he was making mistakes as well. Maybe caught out by my braking. But he just wasn't using his traction. Maybe he was following my dodgy lines, and that was working to my advantage. But I've taken a lot of rubber off of these. But again, he would need to be up my boot lid to be able to get past at the moment. I just seem to be getting better exits. And thankfully nailing the chicane as well. I mean, in the cockpit, I'm sure that I'm at the edge of the track, but looking at that, I am nowhere near it. I think maybe I'm just too scared to touch the grass, just in case. What side of the car am I on? On the left-hand side? Yeah. I mean, he has a tyre advantage. I don't know why he's not able to get past. Quite proud of how some of the exits of that fast right-hander though. I can't remember the name of that corner. Whether or not, because he's on softs, maybe he can't do, a lot of attacking. I don't know. Maybe he's run out of rubber and he's just trying his best with what he's got. Yeah, that was the track up. I think if it was earlier in the day, I might be able to see that chicane a little better. Because the sun off the tarmac doesn't differentiate between the curb and the runoff. So I'm running wide all over the place, but he's just not close enough to capitalise. When the crew chief was talking about I might only just make it on fuel, he said that before, and I've been fine. But I finished with 0.14 in the tank. I usually take his recommendation and plus 1 litre. But I didn't do that this time. I chose exactly what he suggested. And it was just enough. I think one of the only times I got to the apex on that hairpin. I was like, they're waving the flag, and I was hoping that that was the checkered, but it wasn't. Damn it. So I'd kind of battled for this long, and I kind of knew I knew that he hadn't got close enough, and he was the same distance. So unless he was going to take a real, if he was going to really send it at one of these corners, I knew I was pretty much safe as long as I kind of kept it. Look at that here! Look at that chicane! And I thought I'd screwed it here. It's not getting it stopped. Oh, we met an apex, look. Yay! I have, on my wheel, I've been trying to find a way to get some spare buttons so I can use the alternate brake. So for hill starts and things, I want to be able to hold a button on the wheel to do a brake rather than holding it with my foot. And when I was coming up against that lapped car, I accidentally pressed the what I think was the alternate brake button. Which was a little lucky. It's lucky it's not, it was only a tap. Alright, let's have a look. Sign control. Oh, I haven't got my wheel plugged in, so it doesn't make a difference. It did say I had, I think I've got a... Oh, it did say I had silver 1. I don't know. I don't know. Right, should we check this private message, see how much abuse I'm gonna get? What a move, mate. Hashtag respect. I don't think I'm gonna bother replying to that passive aggressiveness. Not worth my time. Right. Let's see. Is there anyone else doing some R Factor at the moment? Probably. Ooh, someone's doing some car modding live. How about that? That's very new. Do you want to see some car modding? That would be probably quite relaxing. Let's go see. I can't remember what his name is. But he's called T-Nads. T-Nads. Let's go raid T-Nads. See what he's making, shall we? Right, is it Saturday today? It is Saturday today. I might come back and do some of this on Sunday. I might, because I've got no work to do. Well, at least I don't do other work on Sundays, Saturdays and Sundays. And that'll be it for Sim Racing League-wise. I don't know what they're going to do with the round that we missed tonight, because I was supposed to be league racing tonight, but they had problems with the website, so we couldn't get the passwords and stuff like that. So round 5, the USF 2000 Championship's going to have to wait till next time. And I think we've got 2 weeks until the next one. The next one is on the 28th of November. So we'll be in the USF Pro, and we'll be at Mid-Ohio. So that'd be in pretty much 2 weeks, yeah, just over 2 weeks. And then the round after that, so we should be doing the USF, what would be the last round, and that will be at Zwartkops Raceway, so that's going to South Africa, so that should be fun. Anyhow, let's say hello to T-Nads. Don't know if that's what you're saying, anyway. And see what they're modding. It looks like a saloon car of some kind, but let's say hello. Anyway, thank you for watching my bad attempts at racing, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.